Travis is on the show again this week to talk about life and death, video games, and whether or not he's coming down to Houston this weekend. Let's start the show. It should be recording now. Hey, welcome back, Travis. Another
Hello.
week, another show.
Another day in our lives.
We'll see. We'll see how it
Starring-
goes. Is your grandmother okay?
She's making it.
That doesn't sound okay at all.
She's doing all right. Any day now.
No.
So
What the fuck does that mean?
she's fine. I'm picking her up Saturday.
Your grandma's pretty awesome, dude. She reminds me of one of those old cartoon characters, those old grannies with like the shotgun that like comes out of the like the
She
the-
wouldn't touch a gun.
huh? She wouldn't touch a gun?
I mean, I'm sure she actually, I know she has in the past, but she's so old and a woman of God now that I don't think she would.
Yeah, I remember meeting her that one time, so that was pretty good.
Nice lady.
But yeah, so she's okay. You said she had we were supposed to record on Monday, but you said she had a panic attack.
Something, not that she wants to call it that, but I guess that's kind of one of the symptoms. You just think you're gonna die.
Oh, she thought she was gonna die?
Well, yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
really?
the panic attack induces all that anxiety and stuff. Where she's telling me, like, I was feeling tired during the middle of the day, and when you're old and you feel tired, you know what that means. And I was like, Jesus, Grandma. She was alluding to her death, which
Oh,
just because she
God.
needed to take a nap, but the anxiety made her feel like it was an evil nap or something.
Really?
Yeah, she's
That-
fine though. She's in good spirit. She prays like the son of a gun. So,
so therefore she's covered? What are we talking about?
I hope so. Otherwise, what's she doing that for? No, I'm kidding. She's fine. I love my grandma.
No, that's great, but I mean, that doesn't like scare you at all, like, 'cause-
No, not really. I mean, I know how that feels. I understood what she was going through before
I
I went to.
understand, but what if it's not just a panic attack? Like, aren't you worried that it's like more serious than that?
You're gonna induce one in me, man. Don't give me that shit.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I feel like you should be a little bit more like.
No, I mean, I was at the hospital with her, and they were, they told her she's fine after she kept asking if she's fine, and I believe doctors.
Okay, so it's that kind of panic attack. Okay, I thought she was just like having like a midlife crisis where she was like, "What am I supposed to do with my life?"
Midlife
now?"
crisis. She's like 79.
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. It's a terrible story, and I hope I have a customer that comes into the restaurant that I work at, and fuck, I can't think of his name right now. Which is terrible, but he comes in all the time. He's this little old man, old guy with glasses, and he's, "Hey, how you doing, son?" And he starts talking to me, and then one day he drove up, and in this really nice white Lexus, it was like brand new.
Nice.
And he's like, "Oh, I've been really blessed. I've lived my life. I'm still able to walk around, still able to do things." And I was like, "That's great, man." And he's like, "Did you see my new car outside?" And I was like, "Yeah, I did. That's fantastic." He's like, "Yeah, bought a new car." He's because I don't know how long I'm gonna be around for. He said, "Might as well enjoy it." And I was like, "Oh my god, dude."
Hey, you get to a certain point where you just start accepting that you're mortal.
No, I know, but that was great. I was like, "Fuck!" I hope when I'm that age, I'm like,
You have that positive outlook on
Yes!
everything.
Because
Yeah.
I would hate to be like in a negative, like just waiting to die kind of thing.
Yeah, I think about that sometimes. Like, there must be a point that something clicks in your head where it's just like, okay, I've lived long enough.
Yeah.
And
so, like,
thank God for that, because it's fucking scary right now.
no, okay, so you've had some of that happen, right? Like the whole, it's weird because ever since I hit 30, like, ever since I've hit 30, like mortality has become this like huge thing for me.
Looming over your head sort
Yeah,
of deal.
it's been way more like serious than okay. So when I turned 30, one of my childhood friends, like we had known each other since elementary. Like he died at 29. I was in 4th grade when I moved to this school in Houston, and he was in 3rd grade, and my brother was in 2nd grade. And he actually has a twin, so the four of us were just always hanging out. Like we were always riding bikes everywhere together, and
Yeah.
just like this was the time when there was no internet. There was we were just playing games on the computer all the time. It was just all the time, and just
Right.
like I turned 30 and he turned 29, and then he just like he was in a car accident, and then he was gone.
It was just sudden.
Yeah, and then like
that sucks.
yeah, and then all of a sudden from then on, it was like mortality was like super real. Like,
Yeah,
you
dude.
start seeing all these people like like childhood like sports stars you used to follow, or these musicians, or and all this stuff can become super like realistic for me now. So it's really crazy.
Yeah, I'm very thankful that there must be some sort of, I don't know what it is, just your brain's ability to be like, you know what, let's stop thinking about that.
No,
Just,
I mean, yeah, you have to learn.
which you definitely need. Otherwise, you just be sitting all day going, Jesus Christ, it's going to be over any minute.
No, I mean, yeah, you absolutely have to turn it off. Like it's
Yeah.
hard to, especially because I fly a lot, and when I fly, like
Oh,
that shit hits me like super.
speaking of flying, my grandmother, whenever she flies, she holds the rosary the whole time, just prays
The rosary.
the Catholic rosary. Yeah.
That's the little necklace thing.
Yeah, though you're not supposed to wear it. I don't believe. I'm not sure what the traditions are, but
So she holds it.
she just holds it and prays the entire. It's pretty precious.
So
But anyways, exciting, very uplifting first discussion on the show, starring David Granger and Travis Lau.
yeah, well, we'll go by DLJ and TMG now, right?
TMD.
TMG, right? That's what your thing is, right? TMG.
TMG. Dynamite.
You've been
Yeah.
have you been playing any of your silly games that you play all the time?
What do you mean silly games?
You know, your little your Battlelands game and the.
Battleland. Oh, Battlegrounds. No. I mean, I've been still playing a little bit of Player Unknown, but I've actually.
Wait, it's called Player Unknown or it's called Battlegrounds?
It's called Player Unknown Battlegrounds, which I think is a mouthful. They really should have chosen something else.
But they just refer to it as player.
People call it PUBG, which is Player Unknown Battlegrounds.
So let me get this straight. Your girlfriend plays games.
Right.
How serious is she into games? I'm not trying to talk legitimacy. I'm trying to understand.
Right. I understand. No, she right now she's playing Persona 5.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
Cool.
she's slowly grinding through. You know, she'll choose one game and play it for a year. She's that kind of person.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So she likes games. She enjoys watching me play games on occasion, but typically when she's playing a game, it's like 30 minutes to an hour, and she'll be done. But however, last week she was broadcasting for quite a while. Though, you know what's bullshit is you can't broadcast Persona 5 because they're worried about spoilers or something. Like people are going to watch a game.
Oh, really?
I thought 10 years ago, fucking Rockstar told the gaming world that it's okay, guys.
No, I thought the Rockstar said it wasn't okay.
Well, I remember they
shut
were
everybody
pissed.
down.
They did, but eventually they let go like 2 days later for Red Dead Redemption, I think.
I thought it was Grand Theft Auto 5, but
Oh, I don't think I was around to
Persona
that.
5, they don't want to see spoilers. Does it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, so when you try to broadcast it through your PS4, it blocks it. You can only hear the audio.
Through the whole game or just during spoilers?
I think the whole game.
No, I don't think that's Twitch then.
I think it's PS4. I think it's encoded into the game.
No, it's absolutely in the PS4. That's why I don't use the PS. You broadcast off the PS4.
I don't have any capture card.
No. See, that's the thing. That's the reason why. Like when we went into this first new generation, for the longest time I didn't broadcast because I had to broadcast through the software, and I didn't have a way to capture the video feed correctly. And so for the longest time I sat around and I didn't know what to do. Actually, you know who it was who told me which. I didn't know which card to get. I was like so far behind on like technology, you know.
Sure.
So I bought this Japanese card. This I'm looking at the box right now. It's SC512NI-L or something like that.
Oh yeah, that's very highly regarded. I know all
some
about
crazy Japanese video card. And actually, it was Swifter who told me which one to get. You remember Swifter?
Yeah, I remember. He's an OG.
Yeah, he's got like 2 million subscribers. That guy's like, I'm really incredibly proud of that guy, dude.
Wow, good for him. He just never stopped.
No, I mean he never stopped, and he like.
Does he do?
He's to be honest, he's a lot more nicer guy than any of us.
Yeah, I can believe that. He was very humble when I remember interacting with him.
When was that, PAX?
No, I just mean in general through chat or whatever.
Oh, I see.
Nice guy. Did we meet him at PAX?
I met him. Me and Brad met him at PAX. There's a
Okay.
picture of me and Swifter and PAX. At PAX, I think this was west, one of those two. But he's like a little guy in between me and Brad.
Does he do YouTube videos?
Yeah,
Or is
yeah. He's always
I'll have to check that out. That's
he's
pretty cool.
he's always playing Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto with people.
Okay, maybe I won't check it out. But I'm still happy for him.
That's good. So speaking of YouTube videos, did you see this new YouTube video I posted like
I
yesterday?
I I did. I went through all the comments telling people to fuck off. I'm never going to Houston. No, yeah, I'm going. But I commented on all of them saying thank you. Sure, I'll come if you make me and all that.
Yeah. So maybe Saturday.
Maybe
Mike
Saturday.
Mike said he'll maybe come down Sunday.
Ooh, cool.
Let's say theoretically, if you were to come down, like, is there any new games that we'd want to play?
I was thinking about I think I texted you and I responded that Fortnite game.
Fortnite.
It's supposed to be like a mix between Left 4 Dead and like a base building game. So you build a huge fort with 3 other people as you build traps and upgrade your weapons and stuff. I don't know. It sounds kind of cool. I haven't heard too much about it though, so I don't know if it's.
But it's by Epic. I'm looking it up. It's by Epic Games.
Yeah.
What I'm looking for something like storyline, like Heavy Rain. Have you seen this new Ninja Theory game? That's supposed
No.
Like,
What is it?
the Hellblade game, I think it's called. Oh,
Hellblade?
Fortnite. This looks really like Fortnite looks really Overwatchy with all these characters.
Yeah. I think Overwatch.
Oh,
really
it's with zombies.
Yeah, it's zombies.
What
or some
the hell?
Yeah,
Okay,
it looked interesting. If you watch the video, it's pretty cool looking.
Is it out already?
Yeah, it came out earlier this month, but not too much. Like, I didn't hear much about it until I saw it on my PS4 page. So I don't know.
Look at this website, dude. It's so weird. Like, there's hands reaching up from the bottom of the website to like grab the characters, and if you scroll your mouse over it, it like slaps the hands down. It's weird.
Yeah, so maybe that, or I don't know if you've ever. Well, I guess that's more of a party game. I'm not sure.
Have you ever played the original Contra?
No, well, maybe on if it was an arcade game, I think I played a Contra.
Yeah, but I'm talking about NES.
No, I didn't play that one.
Jesus, dude, you haven't played a lot of NES games, huh?
Not many of those side-scrolly difficult ones.
Side-scrolly? Is that? I think all the games in the NES were side-scrolly in some way.
I distinctly remember or what is it called? Star Fox. But I'm bullshitting. Never mind. But Nintendo. I don't know. I like Mario on Nintendo, and then I like Zelda, and then everything else is kind of just too fucking difficult and outdated.
Yeah. Oh, actually, so I told my brother you might be coming down, and I started looking at like old YouTube clips, and I showed him this one where you were playing the original Super Mario Brothers, and you were like, just
blowing a casket.
Yes.
Yeah, my mother was really proud of me when I showed her that video.
Really?
Yeah, she's like, "Oh, my sweet boy at 17 knows all these big words. What a good kid."
Is that what she actually said, or you like?
No, she laughed.
But you showed her, right?
I showed her, yeah. I mean, I don't hide anything from my mother, really.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Same thing with me. I don't really hide anything from my mom too. She knows a lot about. I mean, like just everything. Like, your
sexual preferences and your.
Well, I don't know about that, but.
She knows, like.
So okay, so 3 stories. One, there was one time that when I was hanging out with Mike, he and who shall not be named. They were like, "Hey, I bet you look really good as a woman." And I said, "Okay, sure, let's dress."
Oh God.
So there's a picture of me dressed up as a woman, and I showed my mom. And my mom was like, "Oh my gosh."
Mm.
She's like, "Oh my gosh, David, you look."
Yo.
She was like, "You look exactly like me." That's what my mom said.
You should have told her that's a compliment.
Yeah,
Thank
well,
you,
I mean,
Mom.
I
That means a
look
lot
like
to me.
I mean, I do look like everybody always says I look like my mom. I've got my mom's like same features and stuff. And then like I remember when I first came back from Japan. The first time I went to Japan, I went as a family trip, and the second time I went to Japan,
I thought your family was all like not very friendly with the Japanese. Why would they want to go to Japan?
my mom's. It has to do a lot with the
Well, yeah, I know the
Japanese.
history.
Yeah, but I mean that's the thing. It's kind of like old, like it's the old generation.
Yeah, there's no reason to really think about that anymore.
Well, yeah, I mean, and none of the people now they're not sitting around like, oh, let's treat the Chinese people that way.
Yeah, you deserve Manchuria back or some shit.
And I think a lot of it is like ingrained in the people there, so like they feel like they should be offended by it, even though like, what do they really have to be offended about now?
Yeah, I mean, it happened like what 80 years ago at this point.
I don't know about that
something.
long. I don't know how long it was, but I know my mom. Like I remember there was a time it was really really telling. I was in China, and like there was a guy who was showing us around, and I was hanging out with him, and we were in a hotel lobby, right? And like I heard this Japanese guy, and he was sitting there at the front desk, like talking to him and being like, "Hey, so I'd like to get a room," and he was saying this all in Chinese or in Japanese or something. And then I remember the guy I was with, his ears just like went up like one of those dogs, like a dog that had just like heard the
like
kibble,
a cat meowing or
the-
some shit.
yeah, and his ears stood up, and I was like, "What the hell is wrong with you?" And he's like, "Is that Japanese guy picking on the Chinese guy? Is he picking on the Chinese guy?" And I was like, "What? What are you talking about?" He's like, "Oh, I wouldn't stand for that. If that Japanese guy's picking on that Chinese guy, I would go over there and beat the shit out of him right now."
Oh god.
And I was like, "What fucking Chinese guy? A Japanese guy is gonna come into China? This is in China, by the way, in a Chinese
Oh
hotel.
my god.
Just start randomly picking a fight in the middle of China, you know?"
Well, I mean, it happened to what's his name in Shinmue, so I guess there's a precedence there, right?
I've actually never played the game.
It's really impossible to play nowadays.
Yeah, I'm hoping they're gonna release it. You know, because there's a Shenmue 3, right?
I thought that was just a legend.
A legend? No, it's
You
it's,
know,
you mean
like
a rumor
Duke,
or
Duke Nukem
no?
sort of deal.
It got funded. This is
Oh.
how you're really out of the video game loop, huh? I
Yeah.
guess you were really super like that following closely, right?
Well, I was when we were all doing that stuff, but it certainly was only because it was part of the job to know my shit.
Yeah. So they funded Shenmue 3 like
That's
couple years ago.
that's not
That's going to be a disappointing experience for a lot of people. I
oh
believe.
yeah, absolutely, and it's still like probably like 2 years out or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, the second two games, I guess the story is, okay, it's all right.
Holy shit! Can we beat that game? Can we beat that game this weekend?
Oh God, if you want to go around looking for where the fucking sailors are for 2 hours, 3 hours, but yeah, if you want to, sure. The first one or the second one?
Well, first one I haven't played. Here's the problem. I'm waiting for an HD. There's rumors that there's supposed to be an HD remaster,
Oh,
which-
that would be nice.
which would
I
be
would-
much nicer. I don't want to play it on the crappy Dreamcast, which
I-
I still
I-
have a Dreamcast, but
If they don't release that before they release the third one, they're making a poor decision.
yeah, exactly. That's why everyone thinks they're supposed to do it. And
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
this
that would be cool. I would give it another go if they did that. Hopefully they revamp some of it, make the controls smoother and shit. Because it was on tank controls, I think.
oh my gosh,
Yeah, but they did invent quick time events or whatever. So
Quick time
woohoo,
events,
love
right.
those.
which was like groundbreaking, maybe like
Yeah,
1999, but or whenever that came out.
yeah. On
This
Dreamcast.
Fortnite looks pretty cool. Do we have to pick it up? Did you pick up any of the new Switch games?
What new Switch games?
Anything? Did you
I
pick
mean,
up
none of. I looked through the ones that came out the last 2 weeks, and none of them looked that great. I forget which one I was waiting for. I did get today as a birthday gift. I got what's it
Today?
called? The Binding of Isaac.
A Binding of Isaac? You've never
Yeah.
played that?
I have played it, but I got it as a gift, so now I have it.
Digitally?
No, the actual copy. But I did. They didn't have the booklet in it
Anymore?
They- about last time. Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, but that's all right. I'll still play it.
Here's the thing. With the Switch, I want to turn everything into digital. Like
Why?
I love the boxes and the carts and stuff, but like especially with like ARMS, I wish I could just turn it on whenever I wanted to.
I liked your idea about having 2 slots, but I don't like a purely digital system
Yeah.
personally.
Well, do you know how much space you still have on your system?
I should have plenty. I only have Cave Story is downloaded.
Because I have 15 gigs left, which is for me.
What?
Yeah, I still have 15 gigs left, which is great because I probably have like 30 games.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
Jeez,
I've bought
Surprised there's that many.
I've bought so many of those like Neo Geo games.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, there's a bunch of the Japanese ones. If you want,
Yeah.
you should come try them out when you come.
I mean, yeah, sure, I will.
I mean,
I've always wanted to try out the original King of Fighters and all that shit, but
Yeah, I could pick that up. I don't have it because I'm not a big King of
don't
Fighters.
worry your way.
No, I mean, yeah, I'm not a big King of Fighters or Samurai Showdown.
I mean-
but I bought all the other stuff. I bought all
Samurai
those other weird fighters. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah.
these ones like Galaxy Fighters.
Yeah, that's interesting.
There's
I
another
would
one.
like to see some of the. Is it Neo Geo? Or am I thinking of something else? The Neo Geo, was that the one that was pretty well renowned for its sprite animations?
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I think all of that, every system was renowned for its sprite animation.
Well,
so-
no, specifically.
Neo
I'm
Geo
not
is like
sure.
the really super expensive system that
Yeah, I
you
remember.
could have
I
the
remember
arcade
that
and
much. But I can't remember if it was that or the 3DO that had like a bunch of.
I would put money it was on the Neo Geo
Yeah.
or the Saturn.
I know the Saturn had its own shindig, but
Yeah, what else we can do? You want to do that movie idea that we talked about?
The Fifth Element thing?
No, no, no. Okay, well, the Mystery Science Theater thing.
Oh yeah, we could. My only worry about that would be just licensing issues. Like, if I know we wouldn't be showing the film, but still it'd be like in the background.
Yeah, we can figure it out. That's if you
No.
come, right?
Yeah, if I come, we'll see. There better be money involved.
Um, you have any other discussions topics that you want to go over?
I just got done today helping my brother move to Big Bend State Ranch as a park ranger.
Your big brother?
I don't have a big brother.
That's what I'm saying. You said big brother though. My big brother.
I helped him move to Big Bend
Oh.
State Ranch, which is the state-owned park of Big Bend. So I drove. Huh?
I still have this. I
The
still have
fucking
this
picture on the back of your thing.
on my MP3 player. I still have the MP3 player with the picture of your brother on the back of it.
So I'm to tell him that. He always thinks that's funny. But yeah, no, he is like less than a couple miles away from the border, an hour and a half away from any civilization.
From Mexico?
Yeah, from Mexico.
Really?
Yeah,
Hey,
he
why?
lives.
What made him decide to be a park ranger?
Well, he was working at Pedernales State Falls, which is the river in the hill country of Texas,
As
for
what?
a while. As not a ranger, but like a front desk agent or something. And he was able to get transferred over to
Why
Big Bend
the
State
hell
Park.
did he transfer all the way out there? How far of a drive is that from Austin?
Oh, it's a 9-hour drive.
Oh my gosh! And you just drove down there and helped him move?
Yeah, yesterday, and then we came back today.
Oh Jesus!
But I mean, I don't know how much of an outdoorsy dude you are, but it's pretty amazing out there. I think he's gonna get bored pretty quickly because he's gonna be lonely as shit. But it's still pretty awe-inspiring to be out in that area of Texas. It's really cool. Have you ever been out there?
No.
Really?
There's
It's Big Bend, West Texas, before El Paso, south
No.
of Odessa.
I've never been. I don't think I've ever been west past like Dallas.
That's Dallas. Austin's further west than Dallas.
West? No. Austin is central, right?
Yeah, but Dallas is
Like
northeast.
slightly west.
No,
of
you
that.
need to look at a map. No, that's where Abilene is what you're thinking.
I thought Austin. Did you hear there are going to be new episodes of King of the Hill? Possibly. There's a rumor.
Shut up.
Well,
How are they going to do that without Luann?
oh, yeah. Well,
Is
Mike.
Bernie first?
They talked to some Fox executive is going around talking to everybody who had hit shows on Fox, talking to them to see if they're interested in doing episodes of whatever show they're trying to bring. I don't know, some sort of bring back special or something like that. But they talked to Mike Judge and the other guy, Greg Daniels, and they said, "Hey, are you interested?" And he said, "Yeah, sure, we're interested." But both of them are working on different projects now.
Yeah. Doesn't Mike Judge do Silicon Valley?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
Which
exactly
is-
right.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, my Hulu auto re-updated,
Okay.
which sucks because I was just about to update my Netflix.
Oh, like, were you going to cancel your Hulu?
Well, my Hulu's been canceled. I canceled it, but it was like a 3 months cancellation. They're like, "Oh, well, we'll just start it back up in 3 months again." And I thought I had canceled it permanently, and
What the fuck kind of bullshit option is that?
apparently I had. Well, it's just one of those things where it's like, "Hey, you don't have to cancel. We just put it on hold." They don't, that way they don't actually lose the business. They just.
What, so they can, like, lie to their shareholders about how many people they have
No, I don't know. I don't know
still
anything about.
subscribed?
I don't know anything
That's
about that. I think it's just one of those things where these companies always try to get you to not cancel.
Right.
It sucks because I signed up for one of those like buy mail clothing companies. So it's like, hey, pick your style, pick your size, and we'll send you clothes every month. And I was like, cool. Okay, I'll dress nicer. I'll, get clothes every month. It's like a
They
$60
send
$60 a month package. That's not bad.
Goodness.
And they would send me clothes, and I would like, oh, these don't fit right.
Of course not.
And there was like a pain in the ass to return, like to swap them out, and they still wouldn't fit right. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna cancel. And so I go online on the website to cancel, and it's like, oh, hey, sorry, you can't cancel it from the website, but you gotta call us between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. Monday through Friday, and
Oh my god.
verbally, I was like, fuck this. And as soon as I got a chance, I canceled it. And then you know what happens when you cancel? They go, oh, are you sure? We'll give you next month's free if you just keep it for one more month. And like, sure enough, if you do keep it, you got to wait another month. And then what happens? You got to call in again. And they're going to.
Yeah.
So I was like, no,
Tried it.
just cancel it right now. And the same thing happened with something else, like some
I
sort
had
of.
to do that with.
some sort of
MLB TV. Sorry.
Yeah, no, exactly. So this is I hate that shit now, dude. Any
Yeah.
company that does that, I won't even deal with them. I'm just like, you know
That
what, never
reminds me of Final Fantasy 11, where they used to fucking hide that shit deep within their website, and you had to go through all kinds of. It was ridiculous, and I don't know if they did it on purpose or they just don't
mind.
know
No,
how
I
to
mean
design a website.
they definitely do that stuff on purpose, dude. They
That's
definitely
frustrating.
hide that stuff on purpose so that it's gonna take you two extra clicks. Like, well, why? Just put it on the front page or just put it on your account page. You know.
Yeah, right. Oh well, whatever.
So I'm still paying for Final Fantasy 11.
Are you still paying for Final Fantasy?
No, of course not. I'd cancel a credit card before I just kept letting
Yeah,
stuff
I've been
go.
thinking about just getting like some sort of throwaway credit card where I could just like cancel it whenever
Yeah.
I wanted to.
But, anyways.
Yeah.
Well,
I guess maybe that's 30 minutes.
all right. That sounds good to me.
Well, we'll talk to you again next time, or maybe this weekend.
That sounds good. Maybe.
Bye.
Thanks for having me. See ya.
See you later.